so good to me.
Hey, it's Monday.
Medical
Monday.
Under the new law, it is still illegal to use pot in public, on college campuses, and while driving.
But it's a Monday. Smoking marijuana all in public. You would think that shit was legal.
Well, marijuana is now a multi-billion-dollar industry. There are people sitting in prison today for marijuana offenses.
Marijuana is not a drug.
A bill to decriminalize marijuana on the federal level was passed by the House Judiciary Committee today on a 24-10 vote.
That's some heavy shit, man.
As more and more states make marijuana legal, Major League Baseball will change its policy to keep up. The league has removed pot from its list of drugs of abuse and replaced it with opioids.
Stop hitting me so hard.
Today's vote is an historic step forward and that it's time to bring federal cannabis policies into the 21st century.
Critics worry the wait could lead to high demand on the black market where there's no oversight.
What kind of joint is this, man?
Medical.
And welcome to Medical Mondays, y'all. This is your host with the most, THC, in his motherfucking bloodstream, B-E-R-G. That's Berg, motherfuckers. And of course, I got my right-hand man, my compadre, my co-host with me, Ed Rocho.
What up, though? Can we change that intro, though?
What?
I want you to add some kind of fucking God.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not Waxington. So,
All right,
yeah. You're not a god to me. Also, we got that motherfucker DMac up in the building. What?
What's up, fellas?
What?
Pleasure to be here. I've been here before, and it's always great to catch up with you guys. And I love what you're doing on the ground floor and bringing the real and getting the meat. Look, I got to meet my boy Kiwi today.
Oh, yeah.
What?
For sure.
I was passing a blunt through. He hits the blunt, and he goes, I had smoked a blunt, and I don't know how long, as he's rolling it backwards. My type of guy, the Kiwi. But always great to see you guys. Thanks for having me, as always.
Oh, man. Appreciate you coming through. We didn't have a scheduled guest. Let you know. You're like, I'm coming through, motherfucker.
Gotcha, bro. I always, that's the best part. That whether it's hanging out, smoking, or whatever, you want to chit chat. I'm always around for you guys, and I always appreciate what you guys do in the community. And like I said, I had to check up on you, Berg, because I saw something positive. And you know what? Anybody out there who's busting Berg's shit for being positive, that's because I'm trying to motivate him. I told him he's got to put one positive thing in there for every 9 or 10 funny negative things. And he's like, what? But people like the negative stuff. And I'm like, yeah, because you're fucking hilarious, bro. That's because you're fucking hilarious.
I try, man.
Because you speak for so many people.
Yeah, I'm glad you're on Berg's head and not mine.
Right.
Right, bro. Hey, I can't
I'm a
call
lost
you.
cause.
You're the dog. No, I'm not gonna call you the God. I'm gonna call you the dog.
Fair.
As you said, you're always good to see. I love that shirt, bro.
Thank you, sir.
Wheelers,
Thank you.
not dealers. Ain't
Yeah,
that
shout
the
out
truth?
to Healers Not Dealers.
You're healers, not dealers.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm not high.
Fucking,
Are you going to get into the sponsors?
Yeah.
Well, if you need a minute, man, I just want to say real big shout out to my homie, the nephew, Slab God J-Rod. Happy birthday, fool.
Oh, yeah. It's his birthday tonight.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I didn't see that, dude. I would have wrote happy birthday on your picture.
Well, you still can.
Oh, I guess I can. All right, I didn't know.
But yeah, I want to give a shout out to our boy C Murder.
Ooh, yeah.
He couldn't make it tonight. He's feeling under the weather.
Or he had to pull a kick, though.
Right. Either or.
I'm going to say he's pulling a kick, though.
Well, I want to give a big shout out to all of our sponsors.
What?
Of course, we got Treetop Labs.
What?
Honeybee Extractions.
Yes.
Native Made 313.
Shout out.
Safe travels.
Big
Safe
shout out
travels.
to Native Made 313. Ghostbuster Farm, Western Tobacco of Westland, Fire Brothers Michigan, Valhalla Laboratories, Ypsilanti Oil Company.
Everything you need.
And, of course, label my motherfucking bud. Boom.
Oosh.
So, yeah.
Label my bud, package my bud, and what's the other one? Is it print my bud? Or
I don't know, man.
There's so many my buds.
I know.
Big shout out to him, though.
Big shout out, man.
And all affiliates.
So, yeah.
I want to say big shout out to Sesh for a Cause.
Oh, yeah, man.
We did it big this weekend.
Hell, yeah. Big
And I'm going to expose you, Berg, because you were the big giveaway winner.
Go ahead.
Nah, you're cool, man. I ain't going to expose you, man. I ain't no hater. But good news for people calling in today.
Oh, yeah.
Because we got some hella shit to give away.
We got the hook it up. We got the hook it up.
Okay. So if anybody wants to win some Sesh for a Cause giveaway shit, hit us up, 313-451-7749.
Oh, man, we may have something from DMac, too. Man.
Oh, we got some.
Everybody remembers this because my goal is not only to make sure everybody knows that they have the option of cannabis in the state of Michigan, but to get one of these in every household.
Yes.
Boom.
What year was that? What year is that from?
97.
Back in 1997, DMac let us know that Michigan was going to clobber Colorado in sports and weed.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, look at that, boys. Detroit beating up Colorado, and don't be turtling. He said something about Michigan weed. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Back even way before 97, but I knew back then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it was. It wasn't a Draper thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't what he did.
He talked about Michigan weed.
He did. He said, when you guys
I heard he was
weed,
like, your boy Berg is so negative.
He did. I know. And I was like, that's my boy. He's positive. What? No. He said that. What? No way. No way. You can't be, man.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, man, what you been smoking on lately, bro?
You know what?
Anything tasty new that you tried out lately?
You know what? You know where I'm really I'm in this gelato.
I'm a fan too.
You know what? And I'm not saying like just like the cookie
Get some of
strain
that
or stuff.
gelati cake or something?
Yeah. Yeah, but the cross because of with the cherry pie inside, the cross of it. I guess more of the appreciation. I think now too is anybody who knows me, and by the way, if anybody has pre-98 Bubba, old school original seeds,
hit the line.
I'd be no, but I'm just putting it out there on your show. I'm putting it out on every show that because that's my OG strain, and anything Bubba is I always go to. But
I don't know if they got it, but they have pre-98 Bubba, and that's fucking.
Kush is my cologne.
Kush is my cologne.
Yeah, the Kush boys always got it.
Yeah,
and
they got that fire. Huge shout out to Kush.
Yeah, shout out to Greg and Brad. They just, I think they just dropped some more Over the Moon. And if you and that Over the Moon, still after 4 or 5 years, that Over the Moon dab's still off the chart.
Yeah, the flower too.
I'm pretty fired up, Dave, old Treetops Dave. I got some hands. He goes, hey, you dab, and I'm like, do I breathe? Do I breathe? And he hands it to me. Right. And it's Sunshine number 4, which I think that anybody.
Don't you guys got the flower too?
Yeah, he hooked me all up. Yeah, dude,
my man him Dave. The pack.
Dude, my man Dave, all good there. And what was the other one? Cherry?
Sunshine and cherry gelato.
Cherry gelato. See, that's what I'm saying, man. It's just, do you guys find this too? Is that like, you don't really plan it, but you'll go like for a few months, and you'll be like in this sort of section where it's like you're like gelatoing it for some reason, that your taste buds or and you're like, well, I never really I've been around gelato for a while, and I either find, and I don't know if you guys find it, but is it sometimes it's just you got to find the what or find the who, right?
Yeah,
not
it's
the what,
who.
it's the who.
Yes,
that's it's absolutely the who, and that's the one thing that.
Because I'll tell you, with the Sunshine number 4, I'm real picky.
Yeah.
I haven't tried the treetop shit. I'm sure it's fantastic.
Well, I tried to do it through the glass. That's
but
how good it looked.
Like for me, there's like a certain pheno, and we actually talked about it with the homie from Midnight Roots.
Yeah, Jake.
Yeah, he knew like the whole lineage and how it happened.
Well, I'm gonna ask him tomorrow because I'll have grind time with Darren McCarty.
No, like we actually need to have him back on the show just so that we can talk about this one topic. We've gotten so much feedback on it because people see the difference. There's the main sunshine that's out there is actually, I think what he said is sunshine number 3, and the sunshine number 4, the true 4, is the one that people go crazy for. Like my personal favorite. There's
the 4, right?
Yeah.
The one. See,
but there's stuff that's going around that's being called 4 that's actually 3, or I believe that's how it went. You know, if anybody wants to correct me, call in 313-451-7749. But yeah, there's two sunshine cuts out on the market, and they're both with the same name though.
Well, some have sunshine cuts. See, the sunshine number 4, the original one that I'm talking about, the one the cannabis cup is the heavyweight heads.
Oh yes,
you know what I mean. So
that's that dank. That's that dank
but
boy.
It's got that orange juice. Like it's like, to me, it's like tasting that orange. So, dude, but you understand that pheno. Sunny D, yeah, Sunny Delight, and for anybody out there, that is getting into it or trying it, I would recommend that's a strain that I'd introduce people to.
No, this is it, Berg.
Yeah.
Look, check that out.
Yeah, bro. This reminds me of my boys. G's.
Yeah, G. And shout out Michigan Ganja Queen. She's also got some fire sunshine for.
Fuck yeah. But you know what? And here's the whole thing, bro. What makes me feel good inside is that, look, we're talking about the strain. The strain is in the right hands, right? Treetops has got it. Ganja Queen's got it. The people that we know have the right. So if we keep because the one thing that I learned, and I'm not a grower, but it doesn't matter what a great grower you are, you can't. The genetics is where it's at.
Yeah.
You know, you have to have great genetics. So that's finding and matching the people up. And I think that what you guys do, and why I'm a big fan and why you guys are so important in the community and will be going forward is because you guys are like on the streets to what is going on and to tell everybody, because here's the thing. When you, Roach, because when you turn them on to this sunshine and you have them try this, boom.
You're life changer.
You're setting them on the right track as opposed to saying, hey, go get sunshine. And they go somewhere that they don't know and they get the wrong strain and they get a different strain or something. And they're like, that wasn't that great. That wasn't that great.
There's people out there that hate on sunshine number 4, and that's because they haven't had the real sunshine number 4.
Yeah, no.
But that's the whole thing. So what do we do? What can we do? We educate from what the knowledge we know. So Jake brings it out that guys, you got to understand there's 2 different things, and the education is okay. This is why. But I love the fact that is so the Sunny D right there, baby.
I don't know if dude is listening right now, but I know he is a listener. I follow him on IG, a guy by the name of Luxurious Green. You know what I'm talking about, Bert?
Oh, yeah.
So I want to say in these last 2-3 weeks, he ordered some CBD offline. Like he was going to dispensaries and getting it like locally, but he went online and got it like a direct shipment from like a source, and it changed his life.
For the better?
Oh, yeah.
Good,
he was
good.
Like, he had 2 full days of just anger where he was like mad that he had spent so much money on shit that he thought was CBD.
He kept on having to do more CBD.
Yeah. And then he got the real shit.
Right. Why do we say, tell me what, not who? So imagine on that level being me when you realize that, this plant can save your life. And then I've, grown up in the hockey community where it's booze, and Kiwi asked me, he says, what happens when you get injured? And they fill you with pills, and he's got an uncle that, is going through that, and we all have people that are struggling through addiction. I'm one that is a huge advocate for this plant because it saved my ass, it saved my life, but I also see what it's done for me after being sober. I've been sober for over almost 4.5 years now, and in the community, but it's the education and meeting all the right people. You see my hat right now, Pinkana. That's that $200 million facility up in Pinconning, and I love the fact that
Is
Talk
that
to
who,
Dave. It's
or Michigan
Radical
Organic?
Genetics. Radical Genetics, Michigan. Vince.
Michigan
Vince,
Organic.
Vince from Michigan 2.0. So he's doing all the rubs and here's what I love because
Good guys.
well, that's the whole thing, right? It's about the people because it's surrounded. Because when I'm in Detroit and I'm hanging down here and I'm talking with the Treetops guys, I'm talking to Medical Monday guys and everybody that can connect because that's the whole thing. This is a community that we can all connect with, that people are listening can get involved with. Well, when you're up north and heading our way, there's a spot to stop. When you're down here, there's certain spots. You were telling me about this Breeze.
Yeah, shout out to Breeze.
Shout out to Breeze right there down in the between 9 and 10 on John Eyre, which is in my hood. And and here's the whole reason, right? This is what we're talking about, and we'll let everybody in at home. It's like I come in, they say, "Have you checked that new Breeze spot out?" And I'm like, "No, where is it?" And I'll check it all out. It's because it's got Dave's shit in there. It's got Treetop stuff in there, which is where I can tell somebody to go into the door and automatically when they get in there because they know
and you can do it,
right? Because
and it feels good on both sides because you know that like you sent somebody in a good direction.
And tell them you came Medical Mondays and DMac sent you.
Boom.
No, and like
we'll split the dollar referral.
When I refer people, you know, whether it be Native Made, Ghostbusters, Treetop, any of our sponsors, you know, we refer people. If you have a bad experience, like, don't keep that shit quiet. I mean, don't blast people and be an asshole. But
I mean, even if you want to just let us know.
Hey, and here's an here's an example, right? Yeah. My man Kiwi, God bless this kid. I just met him, but I like his style because he did not want to blast out how he had a bad experience with something, right? But the fact is that because I can tell my man's about the principles and stuff, but it's the fact too. He lets us know off camera.
That's
so
why
that
we're
we
here,
educate it, right? So, but that's why we educate it. So I'm not gonna out it now, right? But down the road I might say something, but I'm gonna go try it just to make sure that because you led me there, right? Because I said I don't want to try it, but I have to try it to make sure. So I can claim it now. You've showed me something so that I can speak because that's all you. What do you say? What are you smoking on? What are you smoking on? What are you smoking on? Right? Exactly. What about you guys? What are you guys smoking on? That is. What am I missing out on these days? You guys always leave me.
Like I said, man, I'm in the same place you're at right now with some gelato.
I'm just actually enjoying it, and you know what? Like it's just I'm the appreciation, like the sunshine appreciation.
Native Made had a good ass batch of motor breath.
I like that shit a lot, and the native glue.
The native glue is always on point, but
I haven't smoked that in a while, but that is always good. As far because the glue is. You know, like as they say, it's like the Michigan staple or the hometown strain or whatever. But there's so many different.
Yeah, Michigan's.
I mean, it has. You know, the glue's great because it crosses, right? Yeah. But it
produces too.
Right. That's why it works. That's why everybody loves growing it. That's why you'll never obviously run out. But when you find like native glue or whatever, you like to see the little distinctive. But then you know. Right, exactly where you're looking for it, and go find it. Because what is it? I'll go if somebody's got good weed, man. I'll go get it. I'll come and get it.
No, you told us where to get some sour diesel. I'm always looking for sour
diesel.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, when the good shit's in, and that's
exactly.
But that's also too is that it's nice in some of these spots to have some of the homies that are working there that call it the way it is and straight shot and. I only speak about what I go to, but I've only hit about 50 of them in the state so far. So
right.
I mean, it's like where it's going, just to be able to educate people.
Yeah, no, like when there was a big boom of dispensaries here in Detroit, I tried to hit a lot of them.
Yeah, but me too, to get the free shit, and then they never had the free shit.
Well, no, I mean, I really wanted to find.
Hey, my man.
I really wanted to find a place that was good, Yeah. And none of them are sponsors, so I'm not going to mention them on the air. But there are a couple of places that have like the little guy in mind. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And you know what's important, right? Because it's just like anything else. I'm not going to tell my grandma to go to my favorite spot because my favorite spot is like a more of the local spot. But I'm going to tell her to which of the more, I guess, commercial-ish medical spots to go because of the product that they carry.
Yeah.
Right? And then because she's comfortable going in that neighborhood.
Not like C Murder, you know. He's at a dispensary out in Ann Arbor, and
A2.
And a lot of, I guess, I mean, a lot of his, you know, CBD purchasers are like older.
Yeah,
people.
no, it's, dude. You know what my favorite thing is when I have somebody that's elderly that comes up to me and says, thank you. I heard what you said about, you know, like cannabis and CBD and stuff, and it changed my life. And it's 80 years old now, they cook with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no. Now they get learned how to cook with it just because they listen. You never know who's listening.
You gotta think, man. That stigma's still out there. Like that shit was like drilled into people's heads.
Well, I'm drilling hard. I'm drilling hard back the other way
in the
too,
50s
you know?
and 60s. And 70s.
That's such an injustice, but it takes 100 years to right or wrong.
Yep.
This is where we're at 2020. We have the
still got like
we
13,
have the technology
what was
behind us.
What year was it? Was it 31?
When they started, I think it was 29.
29, yeah. So
right around
with Henry Anslinger. Anslinger.
Yeah.
Anslinger.
Yeah.
But that's the whole thing. So now we're in 2020. We got a game. We got a piece. We might not like the game, but we're at the table playing the game. So we'll figure it out and that's the whole thing. It's because as people learn, right, as they get educated and as they learn.
These motherfuckers are playing tonk. I like spades.
I know you do, bro, but you gotta wait till it's your turn to call the game. It's not your deal, right? We're still sitting across the table, but it's moved from beside you.
Yeah.
You're sitting at a 10-person table. Now it's at least across from you. Come on. You know, I mean, it's just like talking to Dave earlier. You know, it's a great story about treetops and his personally about his daughter, but how now it's evolved where they can break cannabinoids down to specifically, you know, look for what they're looking for. That's way out of my league, but it's awesome to hear the guys that are doing it that are helping people for real. Not the bullshit talking and raise this, raise that. Let's talk about this. Let's do it. The guys that are on the front lines.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, the advances in cannabis research without being federally legal is amazing.
Well, it's like the levies. It's like filling, because now if you see the NFL who's negotiating the collective bargaining, they're taking weed right out of it. The NHL's coming out in June with that 2-year, $40 million cannabis
out of all the pro sports, baseball and like that, I'm like, why isn't it football? Why isn't it football?
What?
Like, I would think fucking, like, weed would be taken off of fucking football.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
No,
that's what I'm saying. I'm so surprised, bro.
Well, that's what they're talking about, this new deal that they just proposed to the players to vote on, is that they said they took weed out of it.
No, that's great.
Right. If
they should have did that one first, I think. I mean, with all the brain injuries.
Well, that in hockey, anything physical. I mean, you know, at least with the CBD and stuff like that, when the IOC doesn't even have it.
What was it? Oh, shit.
Oh, there he is. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Oh, yeah. Shout out the homie.
Crown Cap's up in this bitch.
Crown Caps.
Here's my homie, Joe.
Figure out how to get me down here.
Thanks, Jay.
So I was gonna save these stories for the news, but we got some other stuff to keep us busy in the second half.
For sure.
I guess I think it would be kind of cool to get DMac's opinion on these stories.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm all in, bro.
Okay,
you know
so
me.
have you heard about this guy Greg Robinson, NFL player, who got busted with 157
second overall pick back in whatever, got busted with how many?
157 pounds of marijuana. Now
Now, what state was this?
He was driving from Los Angeles to Louisiana.
Okay.
And he inadvertently crossed over into a Border Patrol checkpoint in Texas.
You know how many people that happen to? They get off at the freeway, and you can't. And that's like the
bridge. That happened to me before.
That's the bridge
in Canada here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it wasn't like this. He traveled too far south in Texas.
No. I mean, he screwed up, or the GPS screwed him, or whatever. He got himself in, like what?
Well, he had done this trip before, and I guess it was never an issue. But apparently there was they didn't cross into Mexico. He just went too far south into Texas to where Border Patrol was the police. Okay.
They're all looking for drugs all over.
So a drug sniffing dog started, alerting when they drove by. So they pulled him over and they found 157 pounds. But they said all the weed was vacuum sealed. So I'm wondering how the dog sniffed it in a car on the freeway in the desert.
Nah,
so
it depends on how long it was sealed ago. Like straight up, it permeates.
Well,
bro.
here's two things.
Yeah.
No.
You can kind of see giant duffel bags, even just like you can see them walking.
Yeah.
So would you say that the odor would be more pungent? Like, so it's either this, right? It really happened the way it went down, or if it was sealed up and it was that, then like.
Yeah,
I don't know. I would think the way you explained it to me that he fucked up with the directions. That the bags they weren't as sealed tight. Like 157 pounds, so 150 of them were sealed tight, and 7 of them that he was smoking on the way down. I don't know how long of a trip is it.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess it.
How many boys
it just didn't look right, and this is the story that they're going with.
Well,
because he had to have been fucking up. So it was this Greg Robinson guy and Quan Bray, another player, and an Uber driver. So they're in there while Border Patrol is interrogating the Uber driver. This guy, Robinson, is texting him, trying to convince him to take the rap for the weed. And
that's not really that good, all you stoners out there. To leave a fucking trail. First of all, do not drive 157 fucking pounds across the fucking country or anywhere. Or call me if you have 157. No, don't call me.
Damn.
Unless you want to smoke it.
DMac.
Unless we're having a smoke down, I'll come over. Right, Berg? I'll show up in a fucking blink of an eye.
Yeah, no, he will.
But dude, doesn't anybody else watch ID Network on fucking 24, man? Dude, you leave they can track anything now. So even if the guy said he was going to do it, they're going to look at his phone and see. Yeah. So anyways, Berg, go ahead. Roach. Yeah.
Yeah, and then also while he was there, he received text messages from a number labeled Indoor Grow House.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, technically, if he's in California, when he receives that, I mean, that's not a bad thing. I mean, I can explain it, right? But I can't really explain it if I'm sitting with 157
in all actuality, nobody is gonna get hurt. The only way they could get hurt with that amount of weed is if they tried to lift it all at one time. And a lot of people could probably do it.
That's a good point, bro. No, but in the whole scheme of things, because but then you're dealing that's the federal thing about taking it across. But I mean, it's unfortunate. I mean, I don't know what to say. It's unfortunate, but you got to be smarter if you're gonna do stuff like that. You cannot put yourself in that position to even drive that way. So if it was like some sort of sting or some sort of where they got him somewhere.
No, they just took the wrong turn.
No, right. But what I'm saying is that I would have said they were set up. But other than that, no, I think it was just stupidity.
Yeah. They were being dumb and probably.
I mean, but that shows me how stupid they were because he's sitting there in jail texting the other guy while he's getting interrogated.
What I think they were doing is they were smoking.
No,
they were in the car smoking, and that's what the dog smelled.
Well, that motherfucker probably left a fucking trail of fucking blunt roaches.
Yeah.
Well, not even that, but just think about if you're blazing you don't think you're going to have to go through the border or anything. You're not worried about what it smells like.
They followed a fucking trail of blunt roaches, and fucking they're like, there they go.
That reminds me.
They just threw another one out. I seen it.
I got a story about that downtown at Rooster Tail in one of the events.
THC Expo.
Yeah,
that's the first time.
Me and my boy Aaron Bluntz are driving down the road when we're getting there, and we're blazing and hitting the deck, and I get the sirens behind me.
Oh shit!
And the cops pull up, right, and it's like, oh, like this. He goes, yeah. He goes, they pull up. They got a guy in the back of the car, and there's a couple younger guys, and they don't get out, but they pull beside, right, and then they go, yo, you smoking in there? And I look and I go, well, no. And he goes, we were right behind you in the fucking cloud that came out of the car, almost dude. And I was like, oh, I thought no, we're not smoking now, but we were when we turned down the road. And he sort of laughed. And then he's like, you're going down there. He goes, yeah. He goes, whatever. But he says, yeah, that's a big cloud of smoke. So. Yeah, that was not the last time that I've done that, but I can see what you're talking about. It does happen, especially if you're smoking dankity dank from Michigan.
What?
Yeah.
Steak motherfucking bread. Oh, man, I need some steak bread. Shout out
I
to
know,
Rich
man.
and
Shout out
Where
Rich.
you been, man? You guys need to come back on the show soon.
Yeah.
Oh. What was it? The fucking... OG Bobby Johnson.
OG Bobby Johnson. Wow.
You need to jump on the mic, man.
Yeah, you need to come get on the mic, man. Nobody can hear. He's like, I don't
He's
want.
Like, I don't want to. Hopefully that didn't get over the mic.
Wait. So what I've heard today, in just a short amount of time, I'm going to break this down, is that, guys, if you're just be careful if you're near a bridge. If you're near the border, beware of where you're driving. That's it, or where you're smoking.
Don't smoke weed.
And if you can't smoke and drive, you shouldn't smoke and drive. But if you can't, then don't.
No,
you shouldn't. I don't condone that.
I was driving to work, and my tire blew out. Like, it just exploded. And, like, I wasn't really thinking. I was just reacting, and I got off the freeway, and before I knew it, I was, like, on my way to Canada.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, the two dudes came out with the strap across the chest. They were ready for my ass. But, like, luckily, I was, like, in all fluorescent, and I had my hard hat. And I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to get to work. I got to blow out. And they just totally didn't even come towards the car or anything, or else they would have smelled the weed.
No, but they respect a man in uniform.
Oh, yeah, no.
If you're going to do something stupid at the border, make sure you're dressed in a freaking fluorescent construction uniform.
Damn,
but if it's so bad that you're going to be on the news, turn it inside out so your boss doesn't chew you out for having his company on the news for you doing some stupid shit.
That's a great, boom, bam, bam,
No,
bam.
that's some
roach
that's
dog
real
right
shit.
there.
That's real shit. Turn your shirt inside out.
Turn your shit inside out. Leave your pants on, though.
No, you gotta wear your pants backwards like crisscross.
No, I know a guy that got fired for taking a piss, and they took a picture of the company shirt. Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
So what did they say? So, dude, has he got bail, or Roach, is he holding him for bail, or did the Uber driver take the heat? Did he rat him out?
No, the Uber driver was released without charges, and it's just Robinson and Bray facing charges.
Yeah, call her.
Well, he showed him. Answer.
I did.
Oh, hey, what's up, caller? I was looking for C Murder.
How you guys doing now?
What's up, man?
How are you?
All right.
Oh shit! Is this Georgie motherfucking B?
Took him a second to figure it out.
What?
Just you haven't figured out who this is yet.
Did I say it right? Georgie B.
One of your favorite soccer fans? Yeah, you did. No, I just
Yeah, that's Georgie Bars.
Georgie motherfucking B. Now we're having some. Is it charging?
Yeah, I think so. He stopped giving a fuck, so I think yes. That's what's up, man. We good?
Going into the duty free and not being able to having to go over the bridge with drugs.
What?
Do I got a quick second to tell you a story?
Yeah, go ahead, Georgie. We're listening.
Cool. I'll make it short. This is back around 89, maybe 90.
You got to rap
Man,
it.
can you turn him up a little bit?
You got to
Can
rap
you guys
it.
hear me?
Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you
I
go.
just want to make sure.
on speaker.
All right, my buddy and I were coming back from an auto parts world store. I don't think they have them anymore, but it was down by Mexican Village, down that area.
Oh, yeah.
And we're coming back, and I needed gas. We've got 2 pounds of brick Mexican, crappy shit for a guy. We're flipping, make some money, right?
How much you pay for a brick
And
back then?
I needed gas.
Thanks,
And
Georgie.
it was the first gas station I saw was a sign, and when I pulled in, it was the duty free, and they made me go over the bridge and back with 2 pounds under my feet.
Shit in your
2
pants.
pounds of nasty brick. I had to tell them that I only needed gas. I was coming back from taking my buddy to his work to get his check, and because he swings, he does different stores, and that was our cover story. And they let me go over the bridge. Then I had to tell the guy on the other side the same thing, and then turn around and do a U-turn in this little area, and then tell the guy I was heading back the same thing before I crossed, and then tell the guy at the American. So 4 times I had to tell the fucking story. They let us through. We
there's
just
not an
about
exit.
shit our pants. My buddy's like,
gotta
just
go
put it under
across
the
the
seat.
bridge.
No, let me tell you something. One time, me and
Yeah.
Berg went to Canada, and we got deported.
Okay.
And it's been over 11 years. We're
Fuck,
clear. We
it's
busted
well
a U-turn on the bridge and
It's
came
over.
right back through and had a great night. Extra great night.
Oh, wow. Sweet.
Me and this guy got movies. We got scripts. We just haven't written them out.
Love it. I got scriptwriter.
Oh shit!
Hey, you guys have a
It's
great
about to
night.
go
I
down,
gotta get inside and crash out. I got to trim in the morning. But you guys, we still got to get together.
What are you trimming on? What are you trimming, Georgie?
I don't know what's coming down tomorrow. I didn't ask yet. I'll know tomorrow.
Okay.
Detroit Diesel is helping them out. So.
Did you want one of these personalized?
He got his new concentrates back and had dank snobs run it. It looks
Georgie,
nice,
Georgie,
Yes.
do you want a assigned by DMac?
Personalized to you, Georgie.
Yeah, Georgie
You
Beef.
want one of these, bro?
Oh yeah, I'd love it.
All right, man.
I'd
You got
appreciate
it.
All right,
Right
there's
there.
one question.
Thank you, guys.
What's
One question, Georgie. How much was a brick of
Okay.
Mexican weed back in '89?
Oh, it was like 900 a pop,
Okay.
and we were charging this
fucking
kid like
inflated.
15 a
Holy
piece.
shit! Did you get robbed back then? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he was getting robbed too, so we charged him $3,000 for 2, paid 18, split the money.
Okay.
We were kids.
Are
He
you,
was
are
20
you,
years
are you
old.
ready for the trivia question?
Oh, okay.
Okay, here's your trivia question. Name 3 actors that have played 007.
Oh,
All right.
this pertains
You got
to the second.
Sean
half.
Connery,
Yep.
Roger Moore,
Yep.
and that other Brit dude I like, Daniel. Oh, give me a sec. I'll think of it. There's got to be.
Another
awesome. Wait.
Another first name, Daniel.
Pierce Bronson. Pierce Bronson was another one.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he was Pierce Brosnan.
Nice.
Daniel, I like the Daniel guy. I just can't think of his last
It was
name.
Daniel
Gotta go
Craig.
Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
But George-
Yeah.
got it,
Congratulations, George.
You got
That's
it.
one for you.
To
One
Georgie B.
Hey, one last question, and I know I'll catch up with you guys to get that autograph thing later. But are you all going to be at the Hash Bash Cup, which I imagine you will?
Yeah, we should be.
I'll be on stage.
One way or
I'll be
another.
talking to you, Georgie.
Nice.
Tell him how
Nice.
great this
Ebon and I
band
got
is.
a room, not the main hotel, but the secondary that's linked when you buy tickets and you buy the pack.
Yeah.
We got the 420 room, so
Oh, so can
we're
you
gonna
smoke
hang
in
out all
that one?
weekend.
You can't.
We want to see some peeps and we're up there and
This
party with you a little bit.
motherfucker, You don't like me, man.
You got to come to the show next week and get your prize, bro.
Okay.
If not, I'm
We'll
putting
talk
it
more
on
about
eBay.
it. Sounds good, man.
Where's the seed
The
at?
Russell
I
or
smell
someone?
the seed
Or sorry, I
somewhere.
shouldn't say any locations, but in a message I'll talk to you about it.
That's that shit.
Was that a good guess?
I looked through it.
But yeah, because I gotta know where it's at and shit. But that sounds amazing, definitely. Sorry, I
All
couldn't
right,
come
Georgie.
tonight.
Thanks for the call, brother. You bet you. Get some sleep.
Appreciate you, man. Take care,
brother.
D-Mac.
Take care, bro.
Thank
All right, you too,
Love
homie.
you guys, Bergen Roach, and everyone else. Take care.
too,
Peace
bro.
out. Thank you, and take care. Thanks again. Appreciate it. Gonna love that autograph piece. Thanks.
Hell yeah.
All right.
All right, man. Peace.
Love it. Hey, what was Roach?
Oh,
What'd
yeah,
you roll
shout
up
out
in
to
that?
J-Rad,
What was that
too.
joint? What was that one you rolled up? One you rolled up earlier. Like it just came around. Cause that was good.
Oh, that was
gelato?
it was Michigan Ganja Queen Sugar Mill.
Ooh,
Number-
thank you.
Yeah.
Sugar Mill.
Sugar Mill.
Ooh, that sounds
Shout
like it
out
should
to
come from
Michigan.
Native Made.
Michigan.
No, it wasn't
Ganja
native
Queen.
made, but another impressive female grower, Michigan Ganja Queen.
Oh, Michigan Ganja Queen. I'm sorry. There, perfect because I eat a nice big healthy baked good from Native Made, which are so delicious,
Hell
and then I
yeah,
smoke
they are.
some Ganja Queen flour. It's a perfect night. Then you wake up.
Yeah,
and
you know what?
you dab some True
Shout
Top.
out Big Brat Edibles. She had given me a blueberry muffin crispy
Nice
treat.
crispy treat.
I don't know where it's at. I was gonna eat it. Is it on the other side of this?
Might be.
No.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna have to locate that,
Oh,
man.
shout out to Central Cause, too. There's plenty of donations. Did we already talk about
Oh, there it
this?
is. Boom! Look at that.
You going in with me, Berg?
Not tonight.
DMac?
Always.
All right, come on.
Come on, you don't know me well enough.
I-
Dude,
no.
look at Jay gives me these like the fucking thing, and it's the last couple days.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, so this looks like it's got brown sugar,
Oh my
muffin,
schnorties.
and blueberry in it.
Actual
Yeah.
blueberries.
On all the cameras.
That looks. What is? Let me see that.
Yeah, check this out.
All right. Can I do the read on this?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Put
Medical
your
Mondays?
glasses on, old man.
The Baked Brat Edibles at Baked Brat Edibles. The crispy rice crunch blueberry muffin is what you have in your hands. It's 100 milligrams. Ooh. Look at that. You gotta like the. Oh, look at these little blueberries on it.
Yeah, no, this is intense, man.
This is intense.
It's not a game.
No, look at that.
Ooh.
You edible? Oh man. Throw this in a bowl with throw some milk in this stuff. Some chocolate on top.
Or put ice cream on top.
Yeah, a scoop of ice cream with this would be fucking stupid fire.
Oh, heat this up like apple pie with a fucking scoop of ice cream. Then maybe some chocolate sauce
Yeah.
on top.
Boom.
Medicaid.
Or even caramel.
Copyright Medical Mondays and DMac.
Yeah.
New cooking show.
Motherfuckers.
We out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that shit's approved as fuck. Shout out Big Brat.
Hey,
Thanks.
as fuck. Even Kiwi gives a blueberry a heads up.
Ooh. No, I smell the blueberry. Shout out to Scoot. Scoot's up in this bitch.
Oh wow.
Dude, that's. I'm gonna say this. I enjoy my edibles a lot, but that is tasty as shit, man. And that's the thing out there. If you're, don't get it twisted. You gotta know your system because that's a dangerous thing to mess around with. But that was a lot better than like
Most,
it-
right?
Yeah, like really a lot better than most. Baked Brat edibles.
5-second rule. That's a blueberry. So,
Yeah, she's been on the show a couple
God,
times.
man, shout out to you, girl.
all right, I got another story. Let's see. Let's get some input from DMac on.
All right.
Oh.
Okay. You brought up some interesting points already about, you got to know your system. You got to know your limits. You talked about struggles with addiction. So we have a situation right now in Chicago where a dispensary is going to open, and it's going to be on the second floor of a building, but the entrance is going to be on the same block as oh man, these things rock too. As
Shout out to Jay.
yeah, shout out Crown Caps,
Yeah, for sure.
a better gummy.
Blue Raz Lemonade. That sounds fire.
So this dispensary is going to have a door. The entrance to the building is on the same block as a addiction treatment center.
Cool.
And they're fighting it. They don't want.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the addiction treatment center is fighting it.
Of course they are, because they don't want.
They want that money.
No. Because people. Here's the thing. If they were smart and they'd work together, then they could educate in the addiction, because to mentally and spiritually help them get there and use it together. Where, especially if it is legal, and how that would be the perfect scenario, right?
Yeah.
Right. To me, I would think that if that'd be like a dream, a coffee shop.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we got another caller.
dispensary.
Yeah, but we got to put a pin in that for a minute, but we're gonna come back to it. That's a good topic.
Yeah.
Hello, caller.
Hey, it's Georgie. One last time. real quick.
Oh shit.
You got a second?
What's up, Georgie?
I'm not gonna bug you. I was gonna say, if DMac's still in the house, tell him that I'll make sure that Detroit Diesel and I get him a care package of meds to sample.
All right.
Whether we get it to you
Oh,
guys,
but
to him
fuck
or whatever,
Medical Mondays.
we'll take care of that.
Right.
All right, brother
What
Georgie.
about us,
I
man?
appreciate you, bro.
You guys know you guys are covered too, but that's where I'm trimming tomorrow, and I think you were the one who might have been asking me, but
All right, man.
that's who I'm
That's
trimming
enough
for,
info, bro.
but I'll definitely get you guys
Don't
a
give
care
us the
Don't be
address.
telling-
or
don't be
anything.
telling, you know. I appreciate. Hey, you know what? Thanks for calling back. I appreciate
Definitely.
it. Appreciate
I'll
it, bro.
get it taken care of.
Thank you, dude.
These guys have had a little sample. It's good stuff. Nice, good, clean meds, local,
We're
small
straight.
batches, from a caregiver.
I want to see what else
Local
they got.
stuff. You will. He just got some new concentrates that look pretty nice too.
All right.
Definitely. Cool. You guys have a good night. That's
All right,
all I
bro.
wanted to say. I'll make sure I get it out, and I'll put in touch with you guys so we can get it to
Man,
you.
next time
Take
you
care, guys.
fucking call in for a plug, you're gonna have to pay us, motherfucker.
For sure, man.
Absolutely. What were we talking about? What were we talking about? Oh, about the dispensary. No, it'd be the coffee shop. To me, it'd be the dispensary with a coffee shop in the middle. That would be a meeting place or whatever, with a treatment center on the side. It would be perfect because you could educate people how to
Nice.
go.
For sure.
You know how to
Give
do
more
it.
time. Michigan's adapting to everything, and they're going to open up to more ideas.
All right.
Definitely.
Thanks for calling in, Georgie.
Guys, I'm good, man.
I didn't know
All right,
I
man.
was talking to George. I
All
thought
right,
I was
peace.
talking to Roach.
Yeah, I did too. All right. Thanks, Georgie. Talk to you later, man.
Motherfucking Georgie B, y'all. Georgie motherfucking B, y'all.
Yeah, no.
Dude, you can't.
I hear you.
That was awesome.
In a perfect world, I could see that being like a really effective tool for the community, for people, a great resource to be able to rely on, whether it was you just wanted to transition or to, you know, like
But
you said,
also
take
under-
some steps
right,
down.
But think about this too, and this is so fucked up because I'm Canadian, right? So I never give a fuck.
Yeah.
But isn't Chicago highly democratic, which means do everything fucking for everybody else and then fight it off or whatever? I'm not getting political or anything, but when you're fighting against things, when you don't see the bigger picture, the greater good of people, right? Because if you're really about making people better, because if they look at
telling
it
you,
like
man.
a drug,
Right.
It's all about profit. It's all
right,
about
right,
profit.
and it's all about profit in these situations. That's
Yeah.
clear. So we got to be aware of that and just speak out because, in my opinion, that's the perfect scenario.
Even so-called, like, you know, a lot of those fucking, you know, so-called, you know,
Maybe.
non-profit organizations. you know.
It's like everybody
The
out there,
Red
dude.
Cross.
Yeah.
It's don't tell me what, tell me who, because I don't give a
Red
shit.
Cross.
Every
Yeah.
Suck my dick.
right, but right. There's good and bad in everybody. There's good and bad people. They're in everybody. Just because it doesn't matter. It's just helping new people find the right ones. I call it. This is what I say. Right? I said I'm fucking done arguing, but I'm here for what do you mean by that? Right? If you want to argue with me, you might as well Google me because when you show up to argue, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out and you're gonna ask me why that happened. Right? But if you're here
You'll
to
be
say what
waking
do you
up the
mean by
next
that,
day.
and I'm serious as a fucking heart attack.
Hell
Because if
yeah.
you're what do you mean by that, then we can talk because you're willing to learn. I don't agree. Because the thing is, the greatest part is that you go on your own journey because even though we all have an endocannabinoid system, it's all different.
Yep.
So your journey, and I don't
Everybody's
give a
system.
flying fuck,
Yeah.
right? It's about your option to be able to do it because that's how I'm so adamant because because I've been in those dark places. You know what? It's we just watched that Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fight, right? They say, how can you beat a man that can't beat himself? So fucking, I know that.
Fucking George.
This better not be Georgie B.
You better get a new call screener, bro.
What's up, caller?
How's it going?
What's up, man?
This
Who is this? What you smoking on?
This is Cameron and Kale calling from Southern California, San Diego.
Oh,
that's what's up.
Hey, boys.
From Sunday Driver.
Awesome.
Sunday Driver.
What?
Now, did you grow that plant, or did you get it from the dispensary out there, or how do you guys do that?
Is this Darren McCarty?
It is.
Yes,
buddy.
sir.
Darren, how are you, brother?
I'm doing great, my man.
My brother and I grew up playing hockey.
Love
and
it.
we remember every year watching you in Colorado in the finals and watching you beat Claude Lemieux's ass.
Well, how old are you, bro?
I'm 30 years old. My
Okay,
brother's
bro. So you're
34.
right. You were 8 and 12 years old. I call that the wheelhouse ages, dude. So that is friggin' phenomenal. You know, and isn't it unbelievable? Like we talk about now, is that hockey? You know, hockey, and you understand that. And you're smoking Sunday Driver. What are we smoking on here right now? What are you rolling up, Kiwi? Kiwi's over here telling me he doesn't smoke blunts yet. He's rolling up backwards. You tell me how it works. That's how it works in Michigan here. Does it work the same in California? Is it the same math?
We mess with backwoods, but we do king palms. We do raws. I noticed that scarf around your neck. I love it.
Absolutely, bro.
Absolutely love it. We do raws mostly. King palms are starting to hit the stores. Backwoods are a classic. Zigzags too, but king palms for us really. We buy the 24 packs of them. And we burn those all day.
I love it. Yeah, I'm blessed. Shout out for me to Raw, because I'm a Raw ambassador, and they've treated me like gold for 5 years. I got every month I get a box at my door with the latest and greatest and whatever. And you know what? One of the you ask. It works out. Let me tell you this, because you know my right hand boy blunts, right? Well, fucking quit smoking blunts a couple of years ago, so it's a good thing I had all these papers. And Trick calls them joints now, so. You know,
oh,
yeah.
Darren,
So we're all good.
To tell you this. I'll tell you what, and I know that you've said it multiple times, but both of us read your book. We were messed up on the other stuff too that you talk about. My brother, always talks about reading your book and how just us growing up and viewing you as a warrior and just a gladiator and what you've overcome. And I know for us both, it was just, we read that book, and we may not be quite as badass as you are.
No, bro, hey, dude, because it's that mentality, and you know what, this is, I appreciate you guys reaching out, not only that and stuff, but you get it because you live it and you see it now. So, now I'm doing the grind time and stuff like that, and with the great to find me on this stuff with some great friends here that have helped me in the weed community to be able to express look at, bro, I got this tattoo 11/11 because that's 15 is my sobriety date, and so you keep living it too, but you guys are just as big warriors as I am, and you guys inspire me as much as I inspire you now. All right, so enjoy that Sunday Driver. All right, say your brother we said hi to, man. We'll check you out, brother. I appreciate the call.
I'm covered in tattoos from head to toe, and within the next year, you'll be seeing me with a Darren McCarty tattoo. So stay tuned.
Well, hit it. All right. Hit me up on grind time, bro.
Boom.
Drive time. Sounds
right
good.
on.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Thank you so much.
No, you got it, homie.
Hit the Medical Mondays DM, bro. We got some stuff
brother.
for you too.
Yeah, for sure.
Later.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
You got it.
For sure.
See, dude, I got chills.
That's
right
beautiful
now.
shit, man.
Awesome.
Dude,
yeah.
Dude, and that's in San Diego. Just to hear, and they're smoking on some Sunday Driver, give you the rundown, but also to hear you can inspire somebody. God. Not to get too deep right now or whatever, but you want that just tells me why we're here. Like tonight, just how it worked out.
Yeah.
Where I was reaching out to talk because I got Jake friend from Midnight Roots coming on my grind time tomorrow. So I was just talking to Berg because the last time I'd seen him with you guys, and I just reached out how he's doing and see how you guys were. And he's like, we don't have a guest. And I was like, dude, I'll come down, chill. I want to see you guys anyways. I haven't seen you a bit, catch up. And dude, so the awareness that I have right now of thank you to everybody because that moment you can't. That's what life's all about right there. That kid right there and his brother and but that's for all of us, and that's what this community has given it. That community, that connectiveness is what we're talking about, Kiwi, right before. Is that exactly? It's just like it's that family of that. No matter how many times we fall down, you get back up and you just keep your that's all I got.
Yeah, no, that shit's beautiful, man.
That was tight, man. That you guys were able to give me that. That was awesome.
Yeah, Sir Coughs a lot said there's no audio on the fucking thing, but I just brought up the show on my phone.
Yeah, turn your volume up, fool.
I know.
Shout out to the coolest cat.
Oh yeah, Brussels up in this bitch. I think.
Brussels?
I don't know, man. I hope Brussels didn't scare our boy C. Murder away.
Man.
Well, what happened?
Oh man,
No,
I don't know. There's like a non-disclosure agreement we had to sign.
I could probably figure it out. I'm watching a lot of ID Network, bro. And I just figured it out, dude. I don't even have to get off my interrogation chair and pretty much write this one down, how it played out. I could solve this in like...
All right, go take a shot at it.
It'll take down 6 hours.
What happened?
What?
What? No, we'll let you guess what happened. We can't say nothing though.
No, I mean I just
see murder.
If I'm doing a head count,
it's gonna fuck us up. We even brought it up.
You brought it up.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, see murder.
Yeah, I got.
I can't talk about it. Man.
No, exactly.
We're gonna have to like mute.
Well,
that
Kiwi's
out.
the one that was telling me I should bring it up. He was just telling me, he goes, man, you going to talk about that? And I was like, no, I ain't going to say what you said earlier, bro, but I ain't bringing that stuff about, see.
All right. Well, give me a chance to reply to your statement on that story about the treatment plant and the dispensary. As much as I agree with you, and, I'm happy to hear about, what was it, Kale and Keenan, or Cameron and Kale that just called in, and you, and there's a bunch of other people in the community that you wouldn't even think have had issues that have overcome obstacles because and through cannabis, which is all a beautiful thing. But I also recognize that cannabis isn't for everybody, though.
Oh, yeah.
Even though everybody has an endocannabinoid system and all of that.
Not responsibility.
It's not for everybody. And then here's the other thing with addiction. Some people, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Like, they'll start using cannabis like it is an opioid or like it is, whatever it is that they're addicted to.
But here's the thing.
They just replace it, yeah.
Okay, if they replace it, they don't kill themselves.
No, true.
Right. So it's a lesser of more evil.
I think it's fucked up that people even gotta discuss the reason why they're...
I think it's fucked up that like if there's not a better
they gotta justify it.
It would seem to me that there's more of a reason to put them together if they're like, here, we're gonna put it here. Like they had to put the addiction place had to be there first, right?
Yeah. It's been there for years, decades.
Why would there's got to be another better place to put the weed store?
Yeah, and this is what I was gonna say. Like, if the addiction center was on the same page, they were working in conjunction.
Then it'd be a good time there. But
but
if
if
not,
it's
then get it away.
Yeah, because it's like you're tempting people.
That's what I'm saying. If they work in conjunction, then it works with the addiction center there. But if they're not, then why is the addiction center being there? Because to your point, it's not for everybody. Now, here's the thing: what I've learned and a lot of stuff is why it worked for me this last time, and why cannabis helps me. Like I say, cannabis saved my life because it was the last key. But spiritually, mentally, I was there. It's just physically the addiction to alcohol, because it takes, detoxing, or like I did with RSO, is why I'm such a believer in it, is because it got the physical addiction away from me, right? Yeah. But I was but after I was done, I was already ready with all the tools that I had. So as long as you have the tools, then you're ready to use it, you know, as a medicinal aid.
Yeah.
And as a recreation. It's all about the education.
No, and I agree with you, you know, and because of that, I have to say, like, you know, you got to have your spiritual and your mental shit in order if you're going to be like smoking a joint. Like, it's supposed to bring you to center, not take you further away.
Absolutely.
And for people that have, you know, addictive personalities, for people who it's just not for, you know.
That would be absolutely tough to to put it beside. Yeah, so that's my whole point I would think that if they allowed it there because the addiction center would there for so long, that they would be in conjunction, like saying put it there because we're going to work with you and stuff like that and help people or whatever. But if it's not the case, then I don't think it.
Right.
There should be another spot. It couldn't be just one spot in Chicago.
Because, like, you know, let's look at society, at the reality of things. You know, people have always smoked weed throughout history. You know. It's always been, you know, the more educated people are doing the most and better drugs. So, with that being said, why is there this stereotype of the crazy stoner? Why is there this stereotype of, you know, the person who smokes weed is like a little bit off? And it's because that
they're stupid.
Those are the people, yeah, who stand out. Who, like, you know, they tried weed and they probably shouldn't. These are the people who have addictive personalities anyway, regardless of what they were going to do. That's what it is, and that's why the stigma of cannabis was so easily attributed to that. And, you know, the whole reefer madness, you're going to lose your mind. You know, black men are going to be raping women and all this crazy shit, because it does do that to some motherfuckers that are really, like, already out here. You know what I'm saying? And, like, cannabis or any other drug can be a catalyst for that. And
all the rest of them are worse. So, I mean, it's
true,
like, I'd
true.
rather have them, and you're not going to listen. I'm pretty much, and I'm not going to be quoted on this, but not too many times are people going to commit horrific things after smoking weed.
No, and it has nothing to do with the weed.
No,
and that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what the drug is.
But what I'm saying right? They're going to go harder if they're out, if they're an addictive. Then they're not even looking to get off it. It's for the people that are looking to get off it that need that way.
Mm-hmm.
And spiritually and mentally is where you got to start, Ishk.
Yeah, and, you know, I've never really dealt with addiction like that. I mean, like cigarettes, but, like, you know, I recognize that it's nothing in the big picture.
Yeah, no. Nicotine's fucking as hard as a fucking rock,
man.
Dude. Listen, I mean, I'm not nicotine free. I still chew, but I quit smoking cigarettes, which has helped a lot. But that, like, but I don't smoke cigarettes. That's, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, but don't, because it's, to me, it's self-aware. It's to each their own, and you're self-aware, and each battle's, you know, everybody has different battles, and it's just how the awareness. I just hate that, like, now you can't, with the education, you can't blame cannabis for, like, all the shit that they used to say, because you couldn't prove that what they were saying right.
Because I'll tell you this, man, like, if I'm in a movie theater and somebody starts smoking in the movie, I'm like, fuck, I want a cigarette. Like, I want to, like, almost leave the... No, like in a movie theater.
Yeah,
oh, I know. I smoke weed in the movie theater.
That's what I'm saying. They light up.
For sure.
They all light up. I thought it was time to light up. But you meant people smoke cigarettes in the movie theater?
No, like in the movie. Like, you know, like you're watching the movie. Yeah, and I'm like, fuck, man. Like, that would be good right now. One of those cigarettes would be good right now. Fuck. I like going to the drive-in.
Dude, I used to love the drive-in.
You can just smoke your heart's content.
Fuck yeah.
No, because, like, movie theater, I got a technique, which is you got to get, like, here's free game. Don't everybody start doing this.
After this, we're going to take a little break.
All right, don't everybody start doing this, but you got to get, like, one of these, like, tubes, you know, like, I take backwoods. I don't give a fuck, right? And,
yeah, fuck.
Right, and you gotta
give a fuck.
and you gotta have a good lighter, like one of these butane jet flames, because it's low light. It doesn't emit light. It just emits fire. You know, like the heat.
Fire.
So you take it out, you light it low, like between your knees, and then like take one good hit and exhale into the shirt, and then drop it in the tube and close it real quick.
Oh.
So it's just like a real quick, like boom.
All right.
And then like 2 whole woods.
Okay. I just pull up my Evolve.
2 whole woods
Just
in the
rip the shit
theater.
out of it right there and blow a big balloon and look around.
Well, on that note,
If you know me, you know it gets done.
stay tuned. We'll be right back after this quick little video break. All right, y'all.
Monday, so good to me.
Hey, it's Monday.
Medical
Monday.
I just be minding my business, be minding my Q's and my P's. I promise you there's a big difference between a computer and street. Motherfucker ain't nothing free. I always been a boss, so you know I paid the cost. Why they can't fuck with me? Are you rocking with me? We just find a block, set up shop, get it poppin' and we eat. Are you rocking with me? We don't ever stop, fuck the cops when it's hot, we just leave. Are you rocking with me? Might show up just me, but I always be reppin' my team. No, I'm known as discreet, I'm not known for defeat. And I only need to know one thing, are you rocking with me? I just need to know if you got my back. Do you got my back? I told y'all before, it's only one way to go, I will not turn back. Couple teachers told me I'd fail at life cause I was so bad. I flipped about 1 million packs, I got a little bit of cash in hand. It's not so bad. I put in the work, now I'm spending the dough. I'm on the offensive, should've left him alone. I was born to park benches, the trenches my home. I was taught all the lessons they never would know. Transporting the rain, never the snow. Crash car full of drugs, where the F you gon' go? If you are one of us, it will never be spoke. If you toss at them slugs, then you better reload. I've been on my grind, there's no days off. When the sunrise, I rise, opened up my eyes, see now why they lost. Respect must be earned and support is the same. I would never ignore you if calling my name. Just another hustler, nothing is changing. I promised my mother this wasn't in vain, I'll be rocking. I just be minding my business, be minding my Q's and my P's. I promise you there's a big difference between a computer and street. Motherfucker ain't nothing free. I always been a boss, so you know I paid the cost. Why they can't fuck with me? Are you rocking with me? We just find a block, set up shop, get it poppin' and we eat. Are you rocking with me? We don't ever stop, fuck the cops when it's hot, we just leave. Are you rocking with me? Might show up just me, but I always be reppin' my team. I'm known as discreet, I'm not known for defeat. And I only need to know one thing, are you rocking with me? I got a question, do you understand loyalty? Are you the type to jump shit before it even sings? Full of aggression, got a problem with authority. I'm rapping, I might harmonize, but I would never sing. When they touch down, gotta let them breathe. I was young when I realized the meaning of cream. I had nothing I wanted, that's why I couldn't sleep. Then I made a couple re-ups, a daily routine. It seems crazy to me when I wake up and see brand new comments from others who sharing my dream. Changing opinions, cause now I hate to see. I'll be rocking with me, really rocking with me. On the block with the creeps in the mountains and trees. They be proud when I speak, this is ours, what I preach. Found with my team, or out pounding some freak. Could get knocked off my feet, won't acknowledge defeat. Get back up anytime I fall down. I always get back up. Gotta move faster, I will never slow down. Gotta move faster. Some met them up and they wanna know how. Just ask, bro. Plan my attack, now I'm going all out. I'm going all out. I just be minding my business, be minding my Q's and my P's. I promise you there's a big difference between a computer and street. Motherfucker ain't nothing free. I always been a boss, so you know I paid the cost. Why they can't fuck with me? Are you rocking with me? We just find a block, set up shop, get it poppin' and we eat. Are you rocking with me? We don't ever stop, fuck the cops when it's hot, we just leave. Are you rocking with me? Might show up just me, but I always be reppin' my team. I'm known as discreet, I'm not known for defeat. And I only need to know one thing, are you rocking with me?
I'm out here on a mission for nothing but M's. Stay away from bitch ass niggas, they nothing but films. Shooting nothing but them Russian rifles, tearing your limbs. Catch me wintertime, East Coast, sauce and Tim's. Hustle out the mud, came out smelling like a rose. Lamborghini pulled up on you hoes, suicide doors, closed casket. Hood labeled me a basket, case robbing, never see my face, I masked it. Now I'm blowing on that California loud, waking up every morning on it loud. Niggas know I gotta blow me some loud. Niggas know I keep it loud in the crowd.
Let's get it. Waking, baking, Bay Dream got me paper chasing. I ain't worried about no bitch, don't know what I was thinking. Rather catch the money, train to catch feelings. I don't trust nobody, heartaches, I don't need them. People depending on me, on God, I'ma feed them. Put my life to the beat, can you hear my heart beating? Stick and move in my ghetto, we Tony Montana voice. Family first, I ain't got a choice. Then the money come after, the bitches too. You want a lady, you're released, be careful what you choose. Because a simple decision could push you back or forward. Like daylight savings, decide with patience. Don't fall back, spring forward towards the Benjamins. You can find me on the diving board, I wanna swim in it. Young Frank Jackson, backstroking to the cash. Bootleg, death before dishonor, we don't fuck with rats. We don't fuck with rats. Cold hard cash and beautiful women. Cold drinks too. Big doobies rolled up. You know we got these lawnmowers started. We fucking running through them snakes, chopping them heads off. But sometimes you sit back and they fight each other, so we just kick back, you know, doing our thing. My brother and I, be loud. You know we came out the mud with this shit, man. So it's only right. Let's get it. Waking, baking, sour diesel got me overthinking. Too many thoughts in my brain, I need a vacation. Too many salty faces, motherfuckers been hating. Instead of celebrating, congratulating, they complaining. Wanna stop my shine, but no stop sign gon' stop by. Smoking spinach like I'm Popeye. Get myself together, regain my strength on this treadmill. Get my 2 miles in like I'm Jake the Flake. Jake a fella, real go-getters in the building. Big bro got me motivated, I'ma kill it. Lord willing, give me these blessings, you won't regret it. I'm committed to the bigger picture, to the mission. Thank my mother and my father for my ambition. No days off, just getting it. I don't think you get it, I'm about to get it. Talking so much paper, won't stop till it touch the motherfucking ceiling. Can you dig it? Young Frank about to get it.
For every lesson that he taught me and for his protection. Shaking and baking in the kitchen, almighty God's affection. Help me avoid them pistols pointed in bootleg's direction. Better check my resume, I never been a bitch. I never sold out, never once crossed the click. I've always been a rider to the motherfucking end. Then wake up early and ride all over again. And I can understand it why you fuck niggas jealous. Cause y'all ain't making paper like me and my dating fellas. Skunk works in the house, Greg and Brad is in the building. Trying to flip some OG kush. I'm just trying to feed my children. Nothing happens in my God's world by mistake. It's no mistake that God created me to be great. Yeah, and though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no man, so I walk through it all by myself. I'm prayed up.
Hey, bitch, I got problems, only the pros can relax me. Turn up. In Kalamazoo, got cardiac things in the backseat. The fuck is you smoking? That ain't no kush, so don't pass me. I'm riding and raking up all the miles like a hold up. Fuck the club, I'd rather be home. My nigga got a fucking PO. Damn. The fuck you mean it's time to get blown? Cause that's what all my niggas be on. That stripper been asking if I'm a rock star. Back in October, back of the cop car. It's okay, that's your style, but nigga, that's not art. Keep it original, bitch, I got bars. Riding in the whip by the slave foe. No, I'm not selling my glasses, bitch, they not gon' make no more. After me and my real niggas died, them bitch, they not gon' make no more. After me and my real niggas died, them bitch, they not gon' make no more. Bitch, they not gon' make no more.
Niggas out here trying to compete. Damn, they buy designer off of the street. Damn, I'm in the hood, they see me and beat. I'm good cause I know all niggas bleed. 35 the limit, double that, I'ma speed. Got a couple dollars, double that, I'ma be. Well enough for shit and I can't find me no C's. All these twin-headed niggas, I can't add to the team. 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 I can't add to the team.
No, I'm not selling my glasses, bitch, they not gon' make no more. After me and my real niggas died, them bitch, they not gon' make no more. After me and my real niggas died, them bitch, they not gon' make no more. Bitch, they not gon' make no more. Bitch, they not gon' make no more. Bitch, they not gon' make no more.
Smoking, smoking, smoking. We go without you. I've been token, token, token. We go without you. I got my weed all rolled up, showing up for real hands up. Before I smoke it all by myself, showing up I go down. I got my lighter, let's get much higher. Let's smoke until me, fuck a blunt now, let's get groovy. Suavecito, yo quiero fumarme un gallito, suavecito, oh sí. Suavecito, yo quiero fumarme un gallito. Smoking, smoking, smoking. We go without you. I've been token, token, token. We go without you. You know I'm blazing something amazing. Pirate OG in my bone, medication. Got wax on deck, got flowers on deck, got a rig on deck. You can bet. So go ahead and take your time while I sit here bumping on kind. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, while I smoke out your block. Hey, can you smell what the body is smoking? I said, hey, can you smell what the body is smoking? Smoking, smoking, smoking. We go without you. I've been token, token, token. We go without you.
What kind of joint is this, man?
Medical.
And then when they understand, they can too be,
shit.
be standing beside us smoking down.
We are back.
Smoking
Medical
down,
motherfucking Mondays, yo.
Smoking down.
I'm fucking up on the camera right
Smoking
now.
down. Smoking down.
We are back. You know what? I think that was
There
that.
we go. Welcome back to Medical Motherfucking Mondays.
Yeah,
yo.
yeah, yeah.
Upon further review, man, I think it might have been that dog catcher.
Oh yeah. All right, that's
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Damn.
That you rolled out before?
Dog catcher.
No,
one
this
that's-
one that's giving me trouble. This seedy one.
Oh, ooh, oh, wait, story? No.
Yeah, go ahead.
What? No.
It's the homie, man. Do better, bro. That's all.
Oh.
We got
Yeah,
you.
no,
We tried it. We tried to smoke it.
Yeah. He told us. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't smoke it like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, man, that would have been embarrassing.
Yeah, man.
Whoa. Want to talk about, guys?
No.
Just do better.
Just do better,
All
man.
right, do
You know,
better.
it's the
Hey,
homie,
I think
man.
it's for all. That's a shout out to all of the homies and all of
Yeah.
us. Let's just all try to do better.
For show.
We all
Who's this for? B-Man. All right, so
Why is it no good?
no, it's good. It's good. So, what do you want to get into, Berg? You want to talk about this unfortunate event and kind of a warning to all these businesses out here?
Oh, definitely.
You know, me and Berg definitely have talked about issues like this in the past for several reasons, and you know, unfortunately, like it seems like the hammer has, or the axe has dropped on a Michigan favorite. I guess it's safe to say. I mean, she's gotten love from rappers whenever they've come here.
Oh, yeah.
She's gotten love from the local community.
But she's known
Yeah.
by that name.
Yeah. I don't know if people know, but Miss Moneypenny. Well,
Cat Mama. That's
the Kool-Aid maker lady that everybody loves. I don't know. I don't want to make it worse.
Nah, me either.
But yeah, apparently she's gotten a cease and desist from the studio that produces the film from which her name comes from.
007? Is this about?
Yeah, oh shit! We didn't say it. Don't sue us, man.
Yeah, it's deep.
I don't even want to say their name.
I said it, and
Yeah.
I just said, and I was like, well, that's sort of like, hey, I'll call it like I see it. That's sort of like when Damien, my boy from Over the Moon, was like, hey, I got to cease and desist on that Red Wing weed thing, and I'm like, oh, well, about time, but not from the wings. It was from this other company that owns the rights to it or whatever like that. But it's along the same lines. Now that the weed's getting legal, you better have your copyrights all up to date and stuff like that. Because, hey, in other words, I just that would just mean you're doing something right because you got noticed by the bigwigs.
Yeah, no, for sure. She
But
was
nobody-
definitely doing something right.
But nobody hey, listen, here's the other big thing. Think about it. They're releasing a new 007 movie.
Yeah.
And that brings all 007 stuff back to a fray, so they're missing out on $1. And she was, not saying she was counting on it, but they got people getting paid a lot of money up there per hour talking about lawyers to find these little things where they're not supposed to be. So, I mean, that's too bad. The product speaks for itself, though, and it'll just be hopefully rebranded, and then the product will be back out. And yes,
Well,
do better, dog catcher, do better. Whew.
Damn! DMac said that shit, motherfucker. DMac said that shit.
I wasn't tripping, bro.
He's about to fucking come and beat your ass. He's gonna fucking.
Oh man, so
That's horrible. That's horrible.
and I pearled it. That was an expert roll on that too. I just want to say.
I got to see.
Yeah, see,
I got it.
see.
Do better. That's all. I love you. And you know what? When you're ready, when you do better, then I'll try it out. I'll give you the.
No, he's had some fire.
No, I mean, yeah,
for sure.
Gosh darn,
I'm not
I
saying-
didn't win cups every year.
All right, all right.
I mean, we lost some years. Fucking lost the first round a couple years, embarrassing, but we made up for it.
That's
Four
why you
cups,
beat
Jay, right? Bam, bam,
motherfuckers'
bam,
asses.
bam. Yeah. Hating on my fucking seed. Bam. No, I don't mind that. Back in the day, I would have just smoked the shit out of that.
So yeah, man. We were lucky enough to get a copy of this 58-page copyright infringement cease and desist letter. And it's pretty deep, man. It's like 13 pages of them talking shit legally. Like, this is the legal equivalent of run your shit. Like, this is very Debo-ish in tone. And then the rest, the other like 45 pages are like screenshots from Instagram and Facebook. And it's like a couple of people in the community. I don't know if they know they're in here.
Yeah, we ain't even saying
no, this
names.
is nothing criminal.
No, it ain't.
This isn't even a civil suit. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what this is as a result of.
She personally feels that she has some haters out there that like just like specifically went at Universal movies or what movie thing? What is it?
I don't know. I'm not saying. But like they have High Times Cup advertisements, different the shout out posts.
People like to put your shit on blast, right? So,
yeah.
So I'm not saying that they came stupid around, but somebody, if they don't like you, makes it more apparent, and that's unfortunate. But better now than later when it really matters. So
yeah, no, and like it does suck, man. Cause shout out her. She was known for what she did, and people loved it. I liked it.
Yeah, she got mad.
Yeah.
I love the syrup, bro.
She had all those dope ass fucking booths, bro, giving away shit. Like, man,
I love the syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's still like, she pretty much, they want records, financial records for all her transactions. They want the money, 100% of the fee that she has made. They want all her shirts and packaging and tents. They want every fucking thing with that name on it and all the money that she's ever made from anything associated with that brand. I don't know if I made that clear.
We're just letting y'all know that she gave away a lot of that stuff. So
yeah,
did she give it all away?
I think damn near almost all of it.
Yeah,
everything I drank, she gave me.
Yeah, and
Right.
I've never paid her for a product.
I tried to, and she refused. So I can say that. Oh shit!
Damn,
I fucked it all up.
What the fuck are you doing?
I'm trying to
bro?
fix it. So the whole point of that is like, people right now, if you have not gotten one of these letters, switch it up, man. If you do not have something that you own, if you don't have an attorney or legal counsel guiding you into some kind of copyright or some type of trademarking or something to protect yourself, no matter who you are, you could be in real trouble.
And here's why, guys. It's not because you're doing anything wrong or whatever, but the spotlight's shining on, the light's shining down on the cannabis industry. So the spotlight, people are looking, and the haters are gonna hate. So you better have your I's crossed and your T's, and it's more important, like we say, don't tell me what, tell me who. And it's the same thing as who you surround yourself with and who you do business with.
Yeah.
And just be careful. That's all Medical Monday is all about, is just be recognized.
Yes. So yeah, man, everybody be careful. It's come. The time is now. The end is nigh. And
she's came out her pocket, man. We ain't gonna say no numbers, but there's plenty of money that she's already, dealt with matters that aren't even like it's still ongoing. Right?
Yeah, no, I don't know. You know, I did not get a statement.
I wish you would call in, and let us know.
I don't think she can. Like,
no, yeah.
Right, I didn't get an official statement from her or anything. You know, I just know that this is something that's going on. It's unfortunate. I hope that she gets some relief and is able to proceed with what she does. No, that's you, DMac.
That's me?
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, if it ain't, it is now. That's cool.
I'm gonna say no. I ain't like kiwi, bro. You ain't gotta worry about that little plastic top or glass top or motherfucker. That's me.
Yeah, no, I thought you got the whole sunshine package.
Yeah, I got the sunshine package up in here by treetops.
Sunshine pack for sure.
Can't go wrong. I love that community you guys bring. Have you know? You look to it. I've been around you guys for about 4 years now, and it's just something that, you know, life continues to go. The shit happens around, but love what you guys are still doing. That's why, you know, keep doing what you're doing.
Definitely.
You get fucking people calling, fucking that you get those moments.
Yeah.
Right? Those moments.
Do we have one last one, or did you write them all out? Do we have one last one?
I think he's got a couple more.
I got all right. Yeah. Anybody else want to call in?
Yeah.
I should.
A turtle punch.
Yeah.
We should. Yeah. I'm gonna figure something out for Caleb and Cameron and Caleb.
For sure.
So, man, there's some pretty cool things happening in weed right now. I guess the first being that High Times was recently cleared to be listed on the stock exchange now. So before there's been private investors.
All of a sudden, like,
they're corporate officially.
Wow.
They're officially a soulless corporation. I mean, I don't know if that's good or bad.
I don't know either.
Because
I was gonna ask you guys, because it sucks when it comes to that shit.
You know, before it's been private investors, but now it's going to be open to public trading. They're going to be listed on the stock market. You know, they're going to appear on the little ticker. So, you know, people are expecting it to do
get high
good.
with weed too.
And
buy weed, get high.
You know, they're gonna
buy weed low, get high. Why get high as it gets high? Yeah.
Contrary to what people may have heard, they are in fact going to be increasing the number of festivals that they host per year. And they're going to be taking it to new and different venues than what they've been doing. So I guess world, get ready. High Times cups for everybody.
Everywhere. Everywhere.
Did you say
There's going to be 3 in Michigan this year? Yeah.
Oh, you said there'd be more.
Cool. Where? Here?
Yeah, bring them to the Rust, man.
Not officially. There's going to be at least 4.
At least one of them.
Hey, guys.
They're
Medical
gonna
Mondays,
add one,
a Medical Mondays insider has told Medical Mondays staff that maybe, but looks like possibly 3. That is top reporting. That was a Medical Mondays insider.
Okay. So, New Hampshire approved a bill allowing personal possession of pot. So your standard less than an ounce is legal. You know, really low count numbers. They don't have like a medical or recreational program per se. They're just kind of
so
letting
just
it go.
If you got it, if you get it shipped in from out of state, or if you get it from the
Yeah,
guy,
smoke them if you got them, boys.
smoke them if you got them. When you gotta get it.
You know, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I guess they're doing a lot of auto. a lot of autoflower that produces like an ounce, so they don't get caught over. But they can't
You know,
grow. I don't know how it works.
Kentucky approved a medicinal cannabis legislation too, which is I think is big. If anybody's ever been to Kentucky, I don't know if you've ever been black in Kentucky. That's big.
I haven't been black in Kentucky.
I know you've been a lot of places,
DMac.
DMac.
How many times have I tried to be black? I have not tried to be black in Kentucky.
You've done some traveling, man, but you've never taken that trip, brother.
I haven't tried to pull that one off. I was going to just leave that to
leave it to the professionals.
The darkest I can get is a tone red. I'm going to leave it to the pros and just stick to and let the.
Well, let me tell you, man, this is a big deal, bro, because Kentucky, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, is still set up kind of like a slave state, man. Like, their main revenue seems to be like prisons and shit.
Yeah.
And locking up its own citizens. So, fuck them for that. But this is a cool thing because it's giving people a chance to live their life.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying?
As long as you see that's what but do you look around and as we're talking today, February 24th, 2020, do you see progress happening?
Yeah, it's inevitable.
All around. But I know it is because it's too, the technology and the research and everything and the stuff like we've been talking about is what everybody that has loved it has gotten together and realized. It's and done it together in the cannabis to make it about the cannabis and about the patients and.
Well, this is what I say, man. The fact that you and I know each other.
Yeah.
How do you legislate that?
Right.
How is that legal or illegal or recreational or medicinal? Like, this is what cannabis does. It brings people together from everywhere, all parts of life in the world.
And it brings them to have and you know what? Whether there's a disagreement or a difference of opinion, there's never a loss of respect.
Yes.
That's the cannabis brings that. And, it's amazing because it's so resilient and patient, but it's so beat and battered, but it just always stands tall. It knows who it is more than anything, and thank God for that.
Yeah. It's fucking awesome.
That's a pro.
Like, look at this. Look at this fucking
scoot.
Shout out to Skoda.
Yeah, bam. Beautiful. Let's put some fire to this. So yeah, shout out to Kentucky. Shout out New Hampshire.
What did you roll up? Some of that sunshine.
Yeah, this is sunshine.
Number 4.
Number 4. Sunny D.
The heavy hitter cut. The real shit.
Look at the Canadian rolling the little wee guy over here. Look at that little guy. Dude, I'm the worst roller you ever met. That's where my skills have come a long way. I came from like the special pool to like I can actually swim in the shallow end now.
All right. Well, I got a question for you, DMac.
All right.
So there's definitely highlight reels of you knocking motherfuckers' blocks off all over the internet. But how much time do you think you've actually spent, like, knocking a motherfucker's block off? Because, like, you spend a third of your life asleep.
Oh, yeah.
So, out of the other 2/3.
No, well, I was usually trying not to get my block knocked off. But, I've been, what is it? Regular season, 127 fights plus 50 in the minors and another 50 and now probably 60 in junior, plus growing up, enough, probably good week's worth.
All right, because like I'm gonna tell you where I grew up. You used to hang out in my neighborhood all the time. I lived like maybe a mile and a half from Joe Louis. Okay.
Cool.
Like 2.5 blocks from the bridge.
Right on.
And I don't know. It just seemed like if you were beating what? Is my hand in people's face? All right. My bad. I do that. I lost my train of thought.
Producer
Say
Berg.
something, Bert.
You were living practically by Joe Louis.
You were living down a block and a half, and motherfuckers beating up or whatever. Like you lived a block and a half from Joe Louis, and you're asking me about beating motherfuckers up. So we sleep a third of our lives.
Yeah. So
how much time was I fighting?
Yeah.
I said maybe a week.
Boom. Is that good enough? That's what you said so
I
far.
still don't. I'm high now.
You want hours or days?
Yeah.
You know, like
days. How many days do you think?
7.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of hours. It's like
That is.
How many?
Damn.
I mean, I've
Full
spent
week.
more time smoking weed than I have beating ass. So
Awesome.
there you go. That's all that matters. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I can't tell by this picture, man.
No, that's because you deserved it. He's talking about Michigan weed.
Is that only in the NHL?
Or once or twice out of it.
168 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell of a reduction. Yeah.
What is that, like 8 weeks?
It's like 10,000.
How many 40-hour weeks is that? Like 8? Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
4, 8. I don't know.
I bet you people.
I'm not mathing right now.
You were gonna tell me something
Do you
about
think
growing
any of the
growing
people
up under the bridge.
Do you think any of the people that
I
you
swear
beat
I
their
was.
ass-
I know you were.
I swear I was. I
I'm
don't
not gonna
know
be
what-
able to yeah, well. What? Do what?
I was gonna say. I wonder if any of your victims. Well, I wouldn't say victims. Your opponents.
Yes.
Is that a better word?
Depends what you're talking about.
I wonder. I wonder if there are any of them are taking CBD.
Oh yeah, a
to
lot of
help
them.
it.
No, yeah. We belong to Athletes for Care. A lot of us, and Riley Cote, Scott Parker, Dan Carcillo, Ryan Vandenbush. These are all, you look them up, ex-tough guys, and they have Body Check Wellness out of Colorado, and Bushy's got some Canopy Canada and stuff. And in June, the $40 million 2-year study on CBD is going to be released by the NHLPA Alumni Association, so it'll be interesting. About how it changes, and that they're talking about getting rid of it in football with the new agreement, and hockey's right there too, if not first. Oh hell yeah! Throw that fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, what is that? What the fuck?
He's like,
throw me this beautiful work of art.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shout out to Scoop.
Yeah, shout out to Scoop. I used to have a guy that could do
Pearl
shit like
Man.
this, and then he fucking quit smoking blunts.
Oh, terrible. All right, so we want to talk about some more news?
Yeah.
All right.
You still ain't remember
I
what
said,
you
bro.
were talking about? I was just telling you, keep your fucking hand out of my man's face.
That totally threw me off.
It wasn't even my face.
No, but
Yeah.
tell me about where you
No,
grew up.
I think you guys should fight. You guys should.
Dude, back in the day.
Come on, man.
Hey, on skates, there you go.
Berg, man.
Yeah, come
I
on,
can't
Berg.
do it on skate. I've never skated in my life.
Good, that's it. That's why.
You'll win. You'll win.
Sorry, dude. It's stipulations.
Damn.
I'm like Forrest Whitaker.
All right. I got you, man.
I ain't got time for that.
You
Hey,
got time
look
for
at
that.
hey, I ain't seen hey, look at Roach. We made him smile. We hasn't smiled and chuckled like that in a long time. Look at that. He's trying to you need to be a boxing promoter, bro.
Me?
No, you just trying to promote a fight, and you got all excited for nothing.
I bet you everybody out there got excited. We're going to have to set that date up, a boxing event. DMac against Roach.
On the ice.
Berg just wants to see me fight. I fight funny.
Yeah, he does.
Wait.
Not that I'm going to discuss,
No,
but yeah.
discuss.
You might get stabbed.
Hey, I fight funny, man. That's all I'm going to
What,
say.
he fight funny with what, knives in his hands? That's funny.
No.
What are you
You're
saying?
gonna-
That he throws.
You guys can fight with skates strapped to your hands.
Ooh. Hey.
Dude, I'm just happy he smiled.
Yeah.
I mean, dude.
That might be a contest.
Yeah. What?
No, you know what looks. Hey, you know what you should do,
Hmm.
Roach? Is you should put on all that equipment, do that like that downhill ice. They do like downhill cross country snowboard, but on ice skates.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and like Montreal and all the shit.
We start a new sport?
It's been around for a bit, but yeah, it's
Oh.
getting bigger now. It's
All
like
right.
fucking. It's like roller derby.
So
on
it's like
ice,
that
like all
that
down.
Louvre thing, but
Yeah.
on ice skates?
Yeah.
You can
Well,
knock
like,
people
but
out.
it's more of a jumps and stuff like
Oh,
that, and
okay.
more
Push
of a
people
path.
out
But
of
you
your
can
way.
knock. But
What's
yeah,
it called?
You can knock people out.
You can knock people out.
Like roller derby?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like a video game.
Damn.
Do you remember those like video games you could like get on, like the snowmobile shit?
Oh yeah, the Arctic Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me.
You
Except
gotta
we're gonna
run
be on
through all the
skates.
shit. And you're pissing all the time. I get pissed and I fall off the cliff and then you
No,
spend like
man.
30. You spend like 15 seconds falling. You'd be like, die already, so I can have my time back.
Yeah.
Nah.
I don't remember that.
Roach has not skated. I've not,
So,
not seen the
well,
need.
But I know, because block and a half under the bridge.
I'm gonna remember this shit, man.
know,
Like,
dude, and
still
you're
don't
wondering
remember.
about
you know,
hours.
I'm gonna be eating a punchki in the morning.
Yeah, let's talk about that. What kind of punch are you gonna go?
Yeah,
to?
where are you going for your punchkis? I'm going like right after the show.
Damn.
I'm serious.
Where? Hamtramck right now?
I'm thinking about it.
It's right there.
Or Dutch Girl is 24
Where's Dutch Girl?
on Woodward.
Oh, nice.
Whoa, shit.
Ooh, I got scared.
But there's a couple spots in Hamtramck too.
Cool.
No doubt.
What's your favorite puchki flavor? Like I like raspberry or strawberry.
I mean, for me, like lemon or cherry.
Yeah, lemon cherry. Lemon's good too. I don't really not like one. Berg, you? Do you have a really a not like?
Like just
I
the
like-
the cream one.
I
That's
like
the
that.
one I
That's
don't
good
like.
too. No,
I don't like
I
that
like
one.
raspberry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go with that one. How many could you crush?
Right now?
No. Just, okay,
Right
right now. Right now.
In a
I-
normal sitting.
No, in your best state. This could be your best punchki state right now, crushing. I don't think so.
Right
you might
now,
pass out a punchki.
it depends on where you get them from and if they're real or not. Because there's a lot of
Like
fucking
the
fake
real,
boys out
the
there.
the real ones. Can you
Real,
can you eat more of them?
the real deal Holyfield. Probably like, I don't know, man. I'm already fat.
I remembered.
It doesn't
You
matter.
remember?
I remembered what I was saying.
Oh.
So I was gonna say, like, as a baseline, like, how many hours do you think you spent at Joe Louis? And that's what I was gonna say. That's where I was going with that, man.
Well,
All
think
right.
about it. Like, nice way to find your way back
Yeah.
around. Nice lead in. Fuck. Let's see. I'll just say how much time you spent at the rink is probably. It's easier to say a third of my life.
Yeah.
You know why you can understand why I don't want to live there anymore and coach and stuff, but I like to go down and cheer the team and be a part of it, like in with the fans and stuff. So I have to think because okay, Joe Louis. I mean, maybe it might not be that much. Let me think about that. Let me do some mental calculations here, and we continue out the other. Look at this, like weaving into conversations back.
That's
and
a
forth.
totally different.
Yeah, no, well, I felt the pressure to bring it back because everybody kept asking me. My bad. I'm not crazy, y'all, I swear. Okay, so the reason I'm so surprised and happy for the people of Kentucky is because, like, in the South, man, like, that's kind of one of the tools they've used to, like, keep slavery going. You know, and I'm not just talking about black people. They lock everybody ass up in the South. And motherfuckers be on the chain gang out there just as salty next to a man of any color. So Georgia is trying to reverse the federal law that legalizes hemp. They're basically trying to reverse the Farm Act in Georgia just because of the Farm Act, they haven't been able to bust people for weed because the cops really don't have the resources or the time or the motivation to figure out, is this shit weed or hemp? You know, it's kind of been like this little legal loophole where they don't have a marijuana program, but because of the Hemp Act, cops aren't really
4
sweating
years.
it. Yeah.
No, 4 years.
4 years what?
Of my life.
Yeah.
All total, I think I spent at Joe Louis Arena. Like a whole 4 years of my life. Just at Joe Louis Arena.
That's crazy.
Just quick math. Just quick math. That's how I work over here, but break it down.
Yeah, man. No, that's awesome.
Back to me. Grind time, Darren.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I'm over here like jumping off plaza walls and, you know, fucking myself up on a BMX, and you're like skating in fucking Joe Louis, and then like 2020 we're sitting here fucking smoking a doob talking about society. That's a beautiful fucking thing, man.
And both trying to not only you know, like amuse ourselves and have a great time and, you know, enjoy each other's company, but also educate and give people an opportunity and a place to get some information they might not otherwise get, and some news, and talk about stuff that, you know, you guys care about, and, you know, like the real, you know, like that's the thing, is you see you guys out and about, and, you know, you look at because I look at the people you have in here and the sponsors you have and the people that are with you, because you understand it's about the community.
For
Be a part of it, bro.
Yeah, so in addition to making, you know, weed more illegal than it already is in their state, or back to as illegal as it was before the Hemp Act took place, it also kind of makes hemp illegal too. Like people with CBD, you know, it's basically giving the law the ability to err on the side of what you have is marijuana, as opposed to right now the law is erring on the side of it's probably hemp. You know, it's probably a CBD product or hemp, regardless if it's flower, regardless if it's a vape or concentrate or whatever. So it's making all those other products illegal now too. And it's just like fuckery, so they can keep this, like, I don't know, industrial prison complex going in the great state of Georgia. So I want to say fuck them. It's a beautiful state, though. Love the people.
What place was just like building
They
all
got
kinds of prisons,
pages.
but they closed like 14 schools, but they built like. Do you remember hearing about the story? I forget.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, man. I can't call it right now. Okay.
Dude, I can at least sleep tonight. He finished off what he wanted to ask me. 4 years, bro. 4 years.
So, have you ever heard of Femke Halsema?
What?
Femke Halsema.
Is
DMac,
that
you're
English?
you're a traveler. You're a seasoned man.
Is that English?
No, I think it would be Dutch. This is a Dutch name.
Oh.
He's the mayor of Amsterdam.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
Femke Fenschwala.
Yeah, that was close enough. Well, anyways,
I had no chance of nailing it.
he wants to restrict cannabis use to locals only. So tourists would no longer be able to smoke weed in the local shops.
That would last for about
I wonder
a week.
I wonder if it matters if you have like a medical card or something.
I don't think so, because his whole thing is he wants to stop cannabis tourism in Amsterdam. and the city's backing him up. I think they're tired of all this pothead shit. It's been long enough.
Well,
Like they don't even put tobacco with their weed. They don't even put tobacco with their weed. They
You know
just
it's
come over here.
Americans.
They
I hate to
call
say it.
They call it wasteful. Like fuck out of here. It's wasteful to add tobacco.
Fuck yeah, that's a.
I mean, even if it's a blunt, like motherfuckers would put tobacco inside of the. They would use the shit
Blunt
that they
guts.
dumped out.
Yeah,
add it
that's
back.
the classic European spliff.
Guts.
Yeah, the European spliff.
Oh boy, no.
Yeah, okay. I tried.
Like
it before.
they dump out a cigarette and break up some weed,
Yeah.
and then roll a joint with the tobacco sprinkled into the weed. I don't get that.
I was in Israel there in the beginning of December.
Yeah.
We were smoking shleefs of that.
Yeah, no, like I mean, like I've stuffed weed into the front end of my Newport or whatever. It was just there. I don't think it got me high though.
I
was
put
just
like distillate on my cigarette before.
trying not to be wasteful, I guess.
You were already high. If it was the first toke of the day, I would have got you high. Would have got you double high.
Yeah. I don't know about that. I already wake up high.
Yeah, especially every Tuesday.
Especially on Tuesdays. So yeah, no, interestingly enough, man, the mayor of Amsterdam wants to shut down all this cannabis shit.
Funkelberry.
He's tired of the bullshit. Somebody went over there and fucked it up for everybody, and they just want to keep
When'd you get back, Bert?
They're sticky icky. They want to keep the sticky icky for themselves. So yeah. And I'm kind of like, who gives a fuck, bro? Like, I feel like I salute.
Bless you.
That's good weed, man.
Salute.
That's shine forward.
Yeah, when it gets in the sinus. Yeah.
No, I mean, now that it's most places in America, they go smoke in their own country.
Yeah, I mean, like, I kind of feel like you probably have a higher quality of cannabis extracts and flower in your stash than
absolutely
in 90% of what's found in one of those coffee shops in Amsterdam.
Oh, for sure.
Is that a bold statement? I don't know. I think it's just factual.
No, I think I don't think there's as much care, as much. Well, I don't know. You know, I'm not even going to speculate until somebody pays for me to go over there and check it out.
No, I mean, I don't think Michigan growers get enough credit for the job they do, because they do all of that shit and it's compliant.
They get edibles credit,
and then it's compliant.
Like nationally, they do think the edibles are top.
It's about that time. What is it about that?
We got 3 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Well, 2 minutes now.
Yeah, no. So, like I was saying, you know, growers they make that funk, but it's also compliant. Like for a long time, that's all people were trying to do was live their passion and be legal. And you know, little by little, I say over the past like year and a half, that's been stripped of people. But they still, you know, maintain that same integrity in their growing procedures. So salute to the growers out there that are killing the game.
Salute.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for the news stories. I think I stretched it out. I guess I want to give a shout out to our sponsors now. We're at that point. Of course, man. Shout out Treetop Wellness Group.
Yeah.
And everything they do. Honeybee Extractions, Native Made 313, Ghost Budster Farms, Valhalla Labs, Ipsy Oil Supply, Western Tobacco of Westland. You been there? Tell them Medical Monday sent you.
For sure. Get it.
I'm going to tell them at Breeze I will.
Yeah, I don't know. But if you go to Western, they'll fucking give you a deal. At least 10% off your full purchase.
That means all of it.
Did you say label my motherfucking butt?
No, I was letting DMac speak, but
yeah, I was saying label my butt.
Yeah, and I'm saying label my motherfucking bud.
Boom.
Boom.
All right, y'all.
It was a great show. Everybody go check out Grind Time with DMac.
Yeah.
How do people listen?
Anywhere, Spotify, iTunes. I drop those every Wednesday with NRM Streamcast or on Facebook and stuff. But NRM Streamcast is the where it's broadcasting. And yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Always.
I'm sure Medical Mondays is going to be on there soon.
Absolutely.
Whenever DMac invites us.
You bet. For sure.
Can we smoke on your show? Can we do a remote location show?
That's why I'm. Listen, I got plans. I got plans, and respectfully because I do have. There's some place that I've been wanting to take you guys, and I think maybe one of these Mondays before you shoot your show because it's down the road.
All right, shout out to J-Rab. That motherfucker J-Rod.
Yeah, we're even closer to your birthday,
for
sure.
sure. Almost.
Oh, yeah?
It's almost. Oh, wait.
It is.
Oh, no.
Happy birthday. Are you 24 now?
Oh, happy motherfucking birthday, G.
Wait, you lied to me. You were only 22 when I asked you how old you were? No, you're 24 now?
That's what he said. You lied to him, bro. How you going to lie to DMac, bro?
He was lying when he was 22.
Called you out, bro. Damn.
He's like, give me back that fucking picture, bitch.
He's going to rip it out. That was lit. Yeah, fuck with DMac. What's today's day? Are we going to be on that shit this week? Are we doing that thing this weekend?
What thing?
You know, we're going to be on that shit, you know, at the spot, man, with, hold on. When is the 1st? Is it this weekend?
Yeah.
What's going
29th Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's only 29
Oh,
days
okay.
this
So then
month.
I'm going to
First
announce it,
and
man. Check us out. We're going to be on the Dabcast March 1st.
Oh, on Sunday.
Yeah, check us out, man. It's going to be lit. We're going to, it's going to be in a larger space, so maybe we won't be as clouded.
You got the high-low? What do you got, Bert? I'll sub in for you. What do you need?
Damn. We'll discuss it after. All right, yeah. Tune in next week.
Who we got on the show next week?
We got Lit Labs, hopefully, man. Yeah.
Hopefully Lit Labs, but we'll be on the Dabcast for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Talking some shit, getting lit.
Etc. etc.
Stop hitting me so hard.
Today's vote is an historic step forward, and that it's time to bring federal cannabis policies into the 21st century.
Critics worry the wait could lead to high demand on the black market where there's no oversight.
What kind of joint is this, man?
Medical.